Why did I start this school? Because I was mad and I had no idea what it means to run a school. No, I started the school because I think I felt very deeply there had to be another way to grow up our children. And I think coming from a design background, it just gave me the confidence that if you just keep the user at the heart of the solution and that discovery of what it means to have a user experience, everything will come from that. So I frankly didn't know what I was setting myself up to, but my son's experience gave me the first interaction with education, or what they said schools were, and then taking him out got me onto this journey and saying what could be another way. And pretty much Riverside.
So my name is Sahana Patel. I am in grade 12 and I've been in Riverside School since pre-K, and I'm looking to pursue political science and sociology in the future. So this interest kind of came about because we've been doing our own community service, which has been labeled different things throughout the years. In Key Stage 1 we do it in the school. In Key Stage 2 we have something called citizenship, where every year we pick a problem in our society around us and we kind of focus on it. So in grade 3 it was Akshay Patra, where we collected grains and money and donated them to Akshay Patra, and they provide meals for children in schools. And we had these kinds of experiences all throughout. And in Key Stage 3, which is grade 8 onwards, we have persistence, where we choose an initiative which aligns to us, and we persist with it for 4 years. So these kind of experiences within the community of kind of understanding the world outside of my little bubble has helped me understand that I really care about not only where I'm from, but how other people are being treated around me, and which has stemmed my interest. In Riverside, we focus on our communities because that, as children, is what we see around us, what we can see problems in. But I would like to create more systemic change, because I know that only if the law changes can the society change. It trickles down, that effect. So I would like to go into these things to better understand what I can do as a person who has a lot of experience in understanding and interacting with the people that ultimately the law affects.
We also have a process called understanding. So fun plus understanding, it's a Riverside jargon. So, we showcase their understanding, not what they have written, not what they have, memorized. We showcase their understanding in a fun way with all the beautiful creative things. So we make sure to inculcate all the different languages of learning in the class, that they would able to come up with the same during the presentation as well. We make sure that our classes are engaging enough that can give them idea, oh, I can also do a debate, I can also do a drama, because they have seen debates and dramas throughout their class journey as well. So that is an idea, and the year ends with a thing called portfolio sharing, that is student-led conference, SLC. Again, an amazing idea. Conference is a big term for young kids, and I'm saying this from Key Stage 1 perspective, that is younger grades from 4-year-olds. So they have this understanding, they have this idea, they have a file in their hand in which all the worksheets, they choose their own worksheet. So I want to show this because I learned this, I want to show this because I did this. It is so beautiful. So they co-create, they seek, okay, I want to show this worksheet, they have that file in their hand, and with that pride in their heart, they go to their parents and share with them, okay, this is what I've done in the whole year, and that makes so much more of a, holistic and 360-degree view of what they have done throughout the year, and assessment happens every single day in all of these beautiful ways.
I think I can, if it's in its smallest thing, is agency, right? That I can do something. It's a very powerful manifestation for self as well. And I think it came from a response to what I saw my son very easily say, I can't. And they do that at 5. And a school system puts that into their head at 5, and then forever they believe that they can't. So I think for me, the idea of agency is so inherent in every human being. Right? We're born with agency, and then we drum it out of them for the next 15 years. So I think for me, one was that how do you become custodians as educators? How do you become custodians and of agency? And how do you ensure that you continue to serve that in every child? And the design process, I keep coming back to, essentially is about agency. It's about I can do something about a situation that bothers me. So I think it's the mindset of understanding that if I start with curiosity, if I start with observation, curiosity, and then I work towards with the user on what can be a preferred scenario, and then I don't leave it at that, then I action it, and I put that into a solution, that sense of accomplishment that comes, oh, that's fabulous. That is I can. Then it's no longer teacher told me to do it, because when teacher told me to do it, there is no agency. I follow, I'm obedient, I'm compliant, and none of these things are worth anything, right, for the child or for the school. So I think the idea of agency comes from curiosity and empathy, imagination, action, and then celebration. So feel, imagine, do, share pretty much became the superhero formula.
So if you have seen the board at Riverside, you will see that there are designated sections for each, like there's topic, there is relevance of each session, then learning objectives, which will be variable session wise. And then there is the LOL section, which is like, for example, I teach language, so if I use articles, so I put it there. I use a lot of discussion, writing, so it sort of I can put it there. And then there is agenda, so it allows me as a practitioner to put a to-do list. Okay, I'll start like this, I will, then this is the sequence, then this is the sequence, and I close like this. So it's like a systematic approach to the practice. And also the BA, that is the homework, the bridge activity, everything is out there on the board. So it's fantastic when the students also come back and ask me, ma'am, can you send me the board pictures? It's because it's that one place where everything, not only what is being taught, but why is it being taught, and what did we do in a sequence wise. You know, children these days are very distracted, so are we with the gadgets and everything. But board pictures work as evidence for us also to follow through. Okay, first I need to do this, then I have done this, and the essential vocabulary which sort of changes with every session. So it's like it gives a summary of the entire session, making each lesson plan meaningful for not only the teachers, also for the students as well. And if the parents want to see what happened in a particular session, they use it. I think the sections work wonders. And also my personal favorite is the smiley, where like I said, even grade 12 kids enjoy that section if their name appears on Smiley. So, last year, okay, ma'am, I answered this, so put that on Smiley. So it sort of brings in that energy, that light moment to the class, as well as obviously it serves its purpose. Board is a fantastic tool. Even also I call my students to write on the board. There are sometimes they fight over being the scribe to write on the board. So whatever they reconnect from the previous session, or if they have to explain it to the class, so they use the main section of the board. So.
Talking about experiences, it makes so much more sense. Again, feel, imagine, do, share, fits for kids. So experiences help them to feel the problem, to feel the idea, and if you are in that situation, then and then only you could give the best possible outcome. You could imagine the best case scenario, which is the whole process. This process is very much thought through, and it is backed up with so many beautiful anecdotes where this has worked out. Even when you feel something, when you feel the pain, then only you could heal from the same. So again, the whole idea, we gave various experiences here, and it is not that we start when they are elder enough to understand or think. So we have if you want to teach about child labor, we have a Garbati experience, but that is something that when a child reaches at a level that they can understand, they could understand this. But we have experiences in key stage 1 as well, which are very young kids, and it gives them more sense of belongingness and the sense of privilege. The idea of gratitude comes in, and because of the gratitude, the kindness and all the other innate qualities that we are looking forward, as we say, that character part is built in these ways, which makes so much of more sense.
So we had the client project where we had a client and he gave us time to think about ideas, and then he came to our school and he chose one of the best ideas, which was our group. Our group made a teapot, and then only our group went in the bus to get all the resources, and then we started making it. It took us 1 day to make it, but it was we needed to stay away from school for 5 hours. So the client also thanked us because it was catching attention, but then sadly they closed the cafe. So now I don't.
So one thing what Riverside wants from the kids is that they want the kids to become independent. So they, right from the beginning, they teach small things and inform the parents in the manner that parents are also involved to get the child or make the child independent, whether it is in school or whether it's outside the school. So whenever interactions with parents are there from the school, or what are they wanting them to realize is what are the patterns that the child are showcasing at home, showcasing in school, so that parents and teachers are on the same page and they can work out or chalk out the plan for the child according to the child's need, right? Finally, if you see at the key stage 3 level, when the child enters key stage 3 level, the child should be empowered, right? Empowered means basically he or she should be able to take decisions, make their own life simple and valuable. How can they add value to the surroundings and people around there, right? So in that manner, right from the beginning, how to make the child independent for their studies and other requirements. This is what is taught, and how parent partnership gets involved right from the beginning till key stage 3 is properly taken care of.
if you have soil and you nurture it with whatever values they are, that's what's going to result in the flourishing of whatever happens in that space. So I think for us, building a culture where the shared values and belief systems were on student agency, on empathy, on humanity, meant that everything that we had to do and everything that we had to learn about ourselves and each other was around these values. So once you're very clear with your values, and you know that your values are not just for the notice board, but those values have to be actioned in behaviors, and then you do it every single day, that builds culture. Most places do it once. They say, oh, when we do annual day, we are very collaborative, you know. Once a month, your math will not add up. And I keep saying, finally, it's all about the math. You have to add up the amount of time you spend on what. So if your time is being spent only on subjects and not children, it will show up. So even culture is all about time.